into a voiceover because weekends I just need to not plan to record. So here we are on the weekend. Let's talk about another of the A Little Bit books. So this one is A Little Bit of Auras, an Introduction to Energy Fields by Cassandra Eason. So this one introduces like the concept of the aura, the energy, the energy field around you is basically what it is. And it describes in this book that the aura is the kind of like the chakras. It's got 7 different layers, and then it discusses how like you basically, to view an aura, you look at a person or an animal and then you see their aura, and it talks about what that means and like the colors and some of the associations like archangels, gems, and plants. I give this a 3-star, and it's definitely in the meh category. Like honestly, auras I'm pretty iffy on. Like my inner skeptic really has a hard time with it. And unlike the Reiki book where it was small but it was really concise and really made you go, oh okay, actually yeah, this was kind of the opposite. And like the main thing is like, to see an aura, you just see it, just look, and it's there. And I have a hard time with that. And the other option was like, pick a crayon, which just felt really weird. I have a hard time. The skeptic in me has a really hard time. This book didn't help. There's been some that make me go, okay, maybe, but this was definitely not it. And again, I have a really hard time believing in auras. And like the associations I didn't completely agree with. Like there was one time I've kind of got like a color vibe from a person, and it 100% did not match what this book said at all. The other thing I didn't really like about this book is that it constantly uses like female only focus, and I don't really like that. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things when I read these books, like I identify as a female, but I know like plenty of male witches. Like there's a lot here in Utah, and I've married one of them. And so it's just kind of like, dude, why? Like it doesn't need to be a specific gender. Like you can just choose when you're typing to go with you as like the pronoun, but no, they pick she, her every time. And then also there was like the discussion of like experiencing birth, and like that's the only thing of like having a kid, and it's like, I don't know, it felt kind of weird to include that. And like the line of consent is pretty iffy at best throughout this. And of course, why would we have a conclusion? Why would we have sources? And so like for a couple specifics, on like very early in like the very intro of the book, there is this section on consent that's like, make drinks with water in which you have soaked a blue lace, agate, jade, or amethyst crystal for 2 to 3 hours and offer it to critical or overreactive people. It will blend their auras into harmony with yours. And that feels like we're like balancing, like where's consent? That feels like, are you like trying to like spiritually like roofie a person? Because like consent, dude, that's weird, don't do that. And then for the birth one that just irked me, it was from page 39, and it's, in adulthood, alterations in personality aura colors are brought on by major life-changing events. For example, falling deeply in love, emerald green, giving birth to a child, pink, and then it kind of goes off from there. But I'm like, it's randomly kind of insensitive for that one, because like, a major life-changing event is just becoming a parent. Like, sure, like giving birth, definitely, yeah, but also like being a parent, just like in general, caring for a small human is a lot of a life change, or it should be. If it's not, then you're probably an abusive parent. But like, it could easily just have been worded different. Like, I don't know why it was included, to be honest. And like, why? Because like, I don't know, again, I'm a little sensitive about it, but it's like, infertility exists, so like, does this aura only apply to like a surrogate? Or, like the birth mom, and like adoption, it just doesn't matter, even if you take home a baby, or again, a surrogate, or even, the dad or the non-biological parent. Like, why? Like, it really would not be that hard to just include everyone, unless the author just has never experienced that, which would also still be telling. Because again, it really was pushing this like female only experience. And again, female only typically is going to mean traditional female only experience. So I don't know, I didn't like it. So I would recommend this if you are a beginner to the topic of auras. Maybe you'll get something from it, but just again, remember, consent is key. And also maybe make sure to be a little sensitive to people who have kids, maybe not traditionally, I don't know, just, again, it's like a very specific thing. And I know I'm reading other books on it, so like it's extra on the brain, but like, even then, like, if you go traditional, the father still exists. He's still gonna be there with a newborn. And they, for like the first 3 months, are going to test your limits. Because that's what happens when you're trying to keep a small human alive. And they don't understand the world, and you can't explain it because they don't understand. And it's just a lot of stress for people. Why would that not also be a big life-changing event to them too? Again, it might be very nitpicky, but it was just, this book was just very meh. And again, the skeptic in me just was having a hard time with it anyways. So needless to say, I didn't love this. I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you want to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, blessed be.